watching Music Talk. We're here at Zürich Openair with Alce. Hey, you guys.
Hey.
Nice to have you here. How was the trip so far? You started out in spring with the record and everything. How was it so far?
It's been amazing. Because our album came out in late May, and kind of since that sort of dropped, we've just seen this sort of like unbelievable progress.
Yeah.
Like this curve going up on a graph of people coming to the gigs and like knowing all the words to the songs, and they're just getting more and more energetic and into it. It's kind of like every show we play, more people are there and they know more of the songs. So
we've definitely travelled a lot more than we would have travelled had we not have released the album. We've reached places that I would never expect to have gone if it wasn't for this album, and we're doing that quite regularly now, and it's pretty fantastic. Yeah, it's really bizarre going to places like Chicago and Japan, Korea. Kind of counts. We didn't play there.
We went to the airport,
but it was a connected flight to LA.
A long time.
It still counts. They stamp it still on your passport, don't they?
I didn't get one.
No, we didn't go.
No, connecting flight. No.
Okay.
Northern Korea with Kim Il-sung.
No. yeah. No, not Northern Korea. I don't think.
Yeah. It's all
about the south.
So you've been on tour now. You do festivals and everything. Do you also meet, like your idols or Paul McCartney shares a Snicker bar with you or something like that?
We haven't met Paul McCartney, but we did. We've met some of our idols. We met the XX.
The XX we met. Gus met Jack White.
I met Justice. I got a photo with them, but they didn't really want to do it.
But they did it in the end.
They did it.
They looked a bit spaced out, but they did do it. And we had Elvis Costello, who was just up a couple of rooms from us when we were in Fuji Rock in Japan, and I didn't approach him. But I know that my dad was a massive fan, probably still is, of Elvis Costello, but I didn't approach him. But I saw him, so that counts. I saw him.
Do you also get like insights? Like, you started a few months ago, so you're rookies. You do the mistakes. You step in all the traps and everything. Do you also get advice from these guys?
I can't remember any advice I've been given.
Yeah.
Can you?
No. I think we're new to playing these kind of things. We're new to festivals. We're new to going around the world. That's true, but we have been around for 4 years, and I think we're professional enough to not look like complete amateurs, I think. But we haven't had any advice from anyone really. We might have done, but I actually can't recall.
I think you can't avoid the Spinal Tap moments being in a band. No. I think they're pretty continuous. There's always something happening that's just like...
I think every band probably has.
Yeah, and I'm sure maybe some don't admit to it,
no.
But we have a lot of Spinal Tap moments that are just ridiculous.
So what was the longest you looked for the stage?
Well, I think dressing rooms we always have problem finding.
Yeah.
We used to have, when we played smaller stages, always had problems getting off the stage. You'd finish, be like, thanks, Rock J, see ya. And then you'd turn around and all of our equipment was blocking the exits. So you'd be trying to like move a snare out the way, trying to clamber off stage, trying to find a safe route. Yeah. That used to happen a lot. Happens less now.
Yeah, it's a Spinal Tap moment, and happens a lot to our drummer. It often, when we finish a gig, there's a group of fans who want to take a picture of us as a band, and they never realise that Tom is the drummer, so they always ask Tom to take the picture. So that's
it's really hard.
An embarrassing moment for Tom, because they're just like, okay, let's get a picture. And can you take a picture of us, please? Can you take a picture with me with Alt J? And Tom's just like that. So it's quite a funny moment.
Maybe you shouldn't have blacked him out on the T-shirt.
Yeah.
So tell us, you said you've been around for 4 years now. How did you guys get started?
Me and you, and Tom, the drummer, were doing fine art at Leeds University, and Gus on keys was doing English literature, and so we just started hanging out, didn't we?
Well, yeah, we all met as friends really, and then we discovered that we played instruments, and then I started working with Gwil actually first. I had some songs. We made friends, and then we started hanging out together and playing my guitar, and he played bass, and he recorded what I was doing, what we were doing together. And we just found that we kind of had a connection, musically speaking, and we kind of just kept on going from there really. We realised that we liked what we were doing, and we thought we had something kind of special, but we wanted to get other people involved. And then we kind of found out slowly that Tom played drums, and he was in another band. And at that time, Tom and Gwyl hadn't met Gus, because I knew Gus from my accommodation at university, and I got him involved in the group. And
I did meet him because I did a module with him. I did a history of art module.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
There you go.
So I did know Gus.
Okay.
Also, I clocked Gus walking around because he's like 6'4", and he used to wear super skinny jeans, didn't he?
Super skinny.
And it just sort of like
He
swan
was a
about the
real
campus.
indie boy.
You could really notice him
Really
with his
indie
thick
boy.
glasses and stuff.
Yeah.
That's Gus.
Very distinct. Yeah.
And then you graduated, and then you said at home, well, we don't gonna get a real job, we're gonna be rock stars, and your parents were super excited.
Pretty cool about it, really.
I think
None of our parents really had a problem with it.
No, I mean my parents were quite encouraging in terms of music. They were like, as soon as you finish work, get on the dole, start claiming benefits from the state, and do what you want to do, because this is the you enjoy these moments, because when you start to get older and realise that this isn't going to happen, and then by that time you might have a family, you need to really think about your life and getting a proper job. But yeah, we just had luckily we had really supportive parents, and we were enjoying what we were doing, and we were working. We had other jobs outside of what we were doing, but there came a point where we couldn't do those jobs and we had to focus on the music, and that's when we sort of started scrounging off the state and sponging. But we didn't do that for long.
6 months maybe.
Yeah.
And now you're on the stages of all the festivals you ever visited before and stuff. How does that feel?
It's just very surreal.
Yeah.
There's no other way around it. Like when you're playing to a crowd and they're singing it back and getting really into it, we start laughing a lot.
Yeah, I can't stop smiling. Like when you're in a country you've never been before, and there's people that know your album, and you see them singing along to your songs. Yeah, you can't help but smile, and there's been times where I've started laughing just because I can't believe what's happening. Like when they're singing a particular chorus of a song, I'm just like, I have cracked up at times.
Yeah.
Because you can't believe it. Like it's a dream.
There was a guy at Reading who was on someone else's shoulders and he was wearing a dress, and he just was like, and it really put me off.
Yeah.
Really put me off. I really forgot what I was doing.
You did all the Axl Rose and jumped into the audience and knocked him down?
No, I'm too scared of hurting someone.
Yeah, I don't want to break their neck.
No.
Or getting hurt, actually, right? That would be my fear.
Yeah.
Cool. And now I heard that you're gonna tour yourself. Well, there's always, I talked to the vaccines 2 days ago, and they said our problem on tour was always after 40 minutes we were done because we had only one album. How are you gonna, extend this a little bit?
That's definitely something that has been on our minds, isn't it? Like, I think the plan is to. I think we have mastered the album now, and it's all about giving the audience something a bit extra. And I think we've got a couple of tricks up our sleeve.
We need to work on them.
Yeah, like we've got a cover that we really, I think we were quite kind of looking forward to working on. And then we've got maybe a new song that we might bring into the mix. And then maybe smaller covers, which are just kind of like brief 30-second references. That I was thinking, I haven't told you about this, but there's
Sure.
So.
Or you do it like 5 minutes intros with stories from your life, like Bruce Springsteen did or something. Yeah, sometimes he does.
My life is never that interesting, and I'm not a very good orator, and I can't narrate my life very well.
Maybe we should just talk about Tom's life, because he has a really interesting life.
Our drummer, he's got an amazing life.
Well, for example, that he's never on pictures.
He's never,
never gets
he's always
the
taking pictures. He's never in pictures.
Because he's always wearing black. He just blends in with the background of the stage.
Yeah.
He needs to start wearing some bright colours, and he'll be
He does, yeah. And start waving at people. Get eye contact. That's what it's all about. Yeah.
Cool. Well, we're looking forward to have you again. We saw you on stage. It was great. And when you have a second album, you might also tour in Switzerland.
Yeah.
And it was great to have you here. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Cheers.
That was all, Jay, here at Zürich Openair, and we will be back with more. Until then, adios.